Hello, viewers. This is Kiramager from Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast on my segment called The Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand it. Also, I try to do my best not to push so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change to adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change to adult language. Now, if you're over 18, then you should get to watch this audio podcast recording. Now, let's get into the latest episode of Kiramager. So basically, the episode starts off like this. So basically, the awkward Kiramager now called Zaboon, when Cole Sabu was able to get rid of the curse was able to get rid of the curse off of Mavacina. So basically, the power of the new Kime Stone, Zaboon was able to get rid of the curse, or get rid of the curse off of Mavacina. And also he reviewed that Zabu reviewed that Mavacina's mom is alive, and the other Kiramager. So basically, he was telling the other Kiramager stones, the Kiramagers, and Mayu that that Mavacina's mom is alive. So basically, before she turned into dust, she was able to transfer her soul in the stone in her crown. So basically, before Princess Mavacina turned into dust due to the curse, she was able to transfer her soul into a stone in her crown. So basically, Zabu say there'll be times when she wakes up and able to talk to you, and there will be times when she goes back to sleep. So basically, Zabu said that there will be times when she wakes up and you guys can talk to her and whatnot, and there'll be times when she goes back to sleep. So basically, Mavacina and Takemichi and everybody was happy that the queen is alive, and Mayu was happy too. So basically, Mayu verified that fact, and it's like oh yes. Yes, Zaboon was telling the truth. So basically, Mayu was just making sure that Zaboon was telling the truth. Even though Zaboon was pretty damn sure that that the queen, that Mavacina's mother's soul is inside the stone in her crown. So anyway, so basically Takemichi was like, Takemichi was worried about one thing. Wondering about one thing if his foster mother wakes up we should not tell her about what happened to Krista about Krista being taken over by the Yohai Empire, and about us fighting them on Earth. So basically, Joe was like, why should we? Because turns out that Takemichi's stepmom is very powerful, but she could be a bit hysterical, worried and hysterical too much. So basically, and Mayu said that, and Zabu said that, if she were to, it's a shock like that, and she were to find out about her husband and the planet being taken over by the Yohai Empire, the shock could force to break the crystal of her crown where it housed her soul. So anyway, so basically the Kiramagers figured that was the idea of lying to Mavacina's mom, lied to Takemichi and Mavacina's mom, but since they put it that way, they had no choice but to go along with it. So anyway, so basically the long went off, and the So basically, Joe and the 5 Kiramages went off, and Takamichi reached out to join them, and that's when Marvel Centers, that's when their mom woke up, that's when the Queen woke up and started to talk to Takamichi and Marvel Center and Mayu and the Kiramager through the gym and her crown. So basically, they had no choice but to stay there. Meanwhile, the Kiramager let this new Yodohan lieutenant monster named Safehead. So basically, because his head looks like a safe. So basically, Safehead's ability is to turn people into coins, and he saw the people that he turned into coins inside his head that is safe. So basically, that's why he's called Safehead. Because his head is a safe, he stole coins of people that he transformed into coins. So anyway, the Kiramagers were doing their best to fight him, but you fight him in the foot soldiers. Meanwhile, back at headquarters, Mayu, Maricena, and Takamichi, and the other Kiramager was felt like was lying to the Queen and whatnot. So basically, it's like she asked him like, "What are you doing on?" Was asking Maricena like, what are you doing on Earth for Takamichi? So basically there was line that that Maricena came to see me and Mayu. So basically that's what Takamichi said, and she brought the Kiramager with her. So basically, she was buying all the rides until Maricena accidentally pressed the button of the screen. So is the Kiramagers fighting Safehead and the Yodohan foot soldiers. So basically, Marvel Cinema, the Queen was was seeing this for her, was seeing this. She was like, what the hell is going on here? So basically, and Mayu said, oh, this is a TV show. Those are actors. They're not real. They're not the real Kiramager soldiers or real Yodohan soldiers either. They're just actors, for a show that I'm producing. So that I'm producer of. So basically, once again, the Queen the Queen was by my story that, what she's seeing is just a TV show. So anyway, back on the battlefield, the Kiramager was unsuccessful from beating Safehead and saving the people inside Safehead's head. So anyway, and Safehead, managed to retreat from the battle, with the people that he turned into coins inside his safe head. So anyway, before the Kiramagers went back to Care headquarters, Takamichi explained the whole situation that his Pokemon woke up. We told her that you guys were actors and blah blah blah. So basically, the Kiramagers had to go along with it. So basically, when they came back, they had to pretend they're actors and whatnot, blah blah blah, and once again, the Queen by the lie that the Kiramager had no choice but to go by and whatnot. So anyway, once again, Safehead was attacking the city, and the Kiramagers had no choice but to go fight Safehead and figure out how to save the people. So basically, the idea was to say to use her stethoscope that the doctor used to listen to people's heart to crack Safehead's head and free the people inside that were turned to coins from his safe head, and that way they could destroy him while the people inside his safe head. So anyway, basically, the Queen wanted to see this episode, wanted to see the fight the bad guys. The Queen figures that she wanted to see this show, see the Kiramager fight, to see how the Kiramager show looks like live. So basically, with no other choice, the Kiramager Stones, Marvel Center, and Takamichi had no choice to take the Queen to see Joe and the others fight the monster, believing that she believes that Joe and the others are actors, everybody's an actor who is fighting and whatnot. So anyway, Takamichi, the other Kiramager Stones, and Marvel Center showed up, on the scene, watching Joe and the others struggle to fight Sagehead and whatnot. So basically, and basically after a few minutes, that's when the priest said, I have seen enough. So basically, is it true the Crystal Kingdom is gone? So basically, the queen was I had seen enough of this. So basically, figure out this whole time that so basically, the Queen was know the truth this whole time. She's just waiting for everybody to tell the truth. So basically, the Queen was not. So basically, the Queen. So basically, the Queen was I know the truth this whole time. So basically, I was hoping that you guys would tell the truth about the Crystal Kingdom falling and your father's been captured. So basically, she figured it out. She always knew. So basically, she then figured it out that that they've been lying to her about everything. So basically, they all finally became Queen, and were working together as a team with the help of the Queen. They was able to free the people that from Sagehead's head, and they returned back to normal after the Kiramager help with. After the Kiramager with the help of the Queen, and was able to destroy Sagehead, and all the people that were turned into coins were turned back to normal. So basically, that's when Carl Weiser summoned his Mark Beast monster and started to attack the city with his Mark Beast monster. So basically, they summoned the Kiramager Megazord and the Zaboom and the King Express Zaboom Megazord and took down the Mark Beast monster and saved the city. So basically, the Queen was part of Marvel Center, helping her friends, and also helping her friends, and finally telling the truth about everything and whatnot. So basically, but unfortunately, she went back to sleep again. So basically, the Queen went back to sleep again until she wakes up again in her crown. So basically, the stone. So basically, Marvel Center's mother went back to sleep again. So basically, Zaboom said, "I told you that there'll be times when she's awake and when she's not awake. So basically, don't worry, she'll be awake again soon." And Marvel Center said, that I will find a way to get yourself out of that crown and back. I'll find a way to bring you back, Mom. And that's how the episode ended with Princess Marvel Center swearing inside the Zaboom Megazord's cockpit that he will bring her mother back and free her from her crown, and free herself from her crown, and that's how the episode ended. So basically, this episode was a pretty good episode about about telling the truth. So basically, this episode had a very good message about about telling the truth. So basically, so basically, that was the whole point of this episode about them being truthful to the people that you love instead of just lying to them. So anyway, this was a good episode. Anyway. Like always, what do you guys think about this episode? Was it good, was it bad, or was it just okay? Please let me know with the comments below this podcast. So anyway, like always, this is Kiramager from Screw Review. Signing off. 1,